Hi everyone, welcome to Poonam's Kitchen. In today's video, I'll share with you my recipe for making Kulfi Falooda, a rich and creamy, delectable, cool, milk-based drink dessert from the Indian cuisine. I'll be sharing two different versions. One is the street version, that is the basic Kulfi Falooda that is sold by the street vendors in India. And the other is the Royal Kulfi Falooda, and as the name suggests, everything about this is royal. To make Kulfi Falooda the way it is served by the street vendors in India, here I have kulfi. This is homemade kulfi. I have already shared the recipe for this in one of my videos. I'll share the link to that recipe in the description of this video as well. Here I have two kulfis. Then since it is Kulfi Falooda, we need the Falooda save. This is a homemade Falooda. I have shared the recipe for this one in one of the previous videos. I have made this Falooda save from scratch, a very easy recipe. I'll give you a quick recap of how to make the Falooda save at home. Once you know how to make Falooda save, you can make a large number of desserts. You could also buy this Falooda save from stores and cook it at home. And here I have rose syrup. I'm using Ruh Afza. You could either use this or a plain homemade sugar syrup. But this is what most street vendors use. If we wish to take the Kulfi Falooda to the next level and make it into a royal Kulfi Falooda, I'll need a few more things. I'll also use the soaked tukmaria seeds. This is the pack of tukmaria seeds. These are very tiny seeds. I soaked 2 teaspoons of tukmaria seeds in 3/4 cups of water for 2 hours, and see how just 2 teaspoons of tukmaria seeds have now swollen up to this sweet mass. They increase a lot in volume and they're very sweet to taste. These are very healthy and have a cooling effect on the body. Highly recommended for a summer's dessert. And how can we have royal Falooda without the nuts? Here I have a few almond pieces that I soaked in water. I have removed the peel and I will chop these into tiny pieces before assembling the drink. Here I also have unsalted pistachios that I soaked in water, removed the peel. I'll chop these as well. Now let's quickly see how to make a Falooda save at home from scratch, and then I'll assemble the dessert. I have taken ½ cup of cornstarch. I'll add 5 teaspoons sugar and mix it together. I have to make a thin runny paste with this cornstarch, for which I'll use 2 cups of water. I'll be adding water little at a time and keep mixing this in. I'm using yellow food color, just a few drops. This is entirely optional. I'll set a wide non-stick pan to heat at low medium and transfer this mix. And now continuously stir this. Keep stirring, keep scraping the walls. In less than 2 minutes, it starts lumping together, a translucent lump. It takes around 8 to 10 minutes depending on the heat settings. It's been exactly 9 minutes. I'll switch off the heat and transfer this to the save maker. So here I have filled this up. I'll close the lid. I have the save maker all set. I'll rotate this in the water and see how the strings are formed. Now it is important to cook the mix till the right point. If the mix is undercooked, then all these strings that we are forming will all dissolve in the water and you'll get a solution, a colored solution. And if you overcook the mix, then you won't be able to form these strings at all. Store this in the refrigerator for at least ½ an hour so that the save is all set. Here I have the Falooda save after sitting in the refrigerator for ½ an hour. The save is now all set. The strings are now firm and holding their shape. Now using this Falooda save, you could make various desserts. I'll first show you the street version of Kulfi Falooda. Here I have the kulfi slightly melted. I'll transfer it to the plate and cut this into pieces. For this recipe, you could also set the kulfi in ice cube tray. Then you can skip this step of cutting the kulfi. On top of this goes the Falooda save. Remember, the Falooda save has to sit in water all along. You need to take it out only when you are assembling the drink. The kulfi is sweet, the falooda is sweet, and I'm going to top this up with ruah afza for that lovely aroma. And here you have the kulfi falooda, the street version. Now I'll assemble the royal kulfi falooda. Here I have the chopped nuts and the kulfi. And here I have the kulfi that I have transferred to this plate. I'll cut this into pieces. For this recipe, you do not want very hard kulfi. The beauty of this dessert is that you can prepare all these things in advance. You have to just assemble everything at the time of serving. Now ready to assemble. Here's the serving glass. I'll transfer a few pieces of kulfi to the bottom of the glass. Now it's entirely your choice how you want to layer this up. So I'll be alternating a few things. 2 teaspoons of tukmaria seeds. 1 teaspoon rose syrup. If you could just coat the glass with some rose syrup, it looks very beautiful. A few strands of falooda save. As I shared earlier, the falooda save has to be sitting in water till the time of serving. A few nuts. There are nuts in each bite. Again, a few pieces of kulfi. Tukmaria. Save. Half teaspoon ruah afza. Don't go overboard with the rose syrup, otherwise the falooda will become very sweet. And now the rest of the kulfi. This is one of the most amazing desserts you can ever taste. I'll top this up with a few more tukmaria seeds and top this up with nuts. Finally, little bit of rose syrup. Simply delicious, very royal and very tasty. So here is your royal kulfi falooda. While making this drink, just make sure that the kulfi and the falooda save are both cold. If they're not cold, then you might need to add some crushed ice. Though I'm personally not in favor of adding crushed ice because it dilutes the whole flavor. So this is how I make kulfi falooda. Hope you liked my recipe. See you again with a new recipe very soon. Till then, bye.